All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for the third match of day one of the VLA East Division second weekend. We have Boston Bounce against Northeast Force. Force just lost in 3 to LVC. Boston had lost to LVC this morning in 4. So hopefully we have a good match for you here in a few minutes. All right, we are about to get started here. Can't thank our sponsors enough. Novice for all these wonderful uniforms. Franklin for our volleyball. Have a nice dig over here by number 9 for Northeast Force. And a great block on the right side, the Italian Stallion, number 18. Force taking a 1-0 lead. If 3-0 Northeast Force, bear with us as we're trying to get the score up and running, but we have a very badly missed serve. Boston Bounce back to serve 1-3. Out of system set, handled. Setter pushes the middle out of the way. Get off of my area, and he sets the right side. Garrett Minyard with the kill. Force taking a 4-1 lead. Middle just got absolutely waxed by his setter. Nice big kill out of the back row by Garrett Minyard. Force up 6-3. We're going to get an in-game interview here. What do we say before we're about to serve?
I'm very nervous.
All right, he's going to go. Nice hard serve. And we have a net on the setter, number 5. Matos in the net. Does not like to agree with our setter, Deb LaValle. But he takes it anyway. 4 serving 6. Greg Woods back to serve. Handled by Minyard. Nice pass to set to Ryan Thomas with the swing out of bounds. 5 serving 6. Greg Woods. Emilio with the big swing. Thinks he's front row. Matos corrects him. And then we get a set to Thomas with the kill. Force up 7-5. Great kill on the outside by Garrett Minyard. Too hot to handle for Vautrin. Force back up to 8 serving 6. Ryan Thomas is back to serve. Serve handled by Vautrin. Set to the outside. Nice and around the block on the outside. The kill for Boston Bounce. Number 11. Rico with the kill. Matos tries to dish a pineapple. Doesn't work. Easily dug. Another setter dump by Matos, resulting in the kill. Bounce down 2 with Matos coming back to serve. 9-7 Northeast Force. Right side, Emilio with the out-of-system kill to zone 2-2. Tagging the line with Matos back to serve. Force up 10-7. Greg Woods dug. By the libero. Matos chucks the ball back to Emilio on the right side, who gets the kill back to zone 1. Force take a 4-point lead, 11-7. Dug by Matos. Libero set to Minyard on the outside tip. Nobody's home. Boston bounce. Not able to pick up that tip. Calling a timeout. Bounce down 5. Set 1. Minyard serve down to De La Cruz. Perfect pass, run in the middle. Kill for Boston bounce. Cutting the lead to 4. Emilio with the hard swing out of system set into the block. Out of bounds tool. 14-9 Northeast Force. Back-to-back errors on the right side from Emilio. Northeast Force bleeding a 2-point lead here. 24 back to serve for Boston Bounce. Float serve handled by Minyard Matos to Ryan Thomas, tipped out of the middle. Doug set, Vautrin high off the block. Kill. Bounce cuts the lead to 1. Ball handled by Minyard, set, chopped by Emilio. Doug Vautrin high off the block. Doug by our libero. High swing by number 9, Tools, Greg Woods, with a side out for Northeast Force. The Italian Stallion, Emilio, back to serve. Tough jump serve. Matos in the net, disagrees. Side out bounce. Thomas, dug by De La Cruz. Vautrin with the set to Greg Woods. Into the double block combo of Walter and Thomas. Northeast Force extending its lead back to 2. Blake with the missed serve. Bounce within 1. Vautrin back to serve. Garrett Minyard, the off-speed Thunder, kill, siding out Boston Bounce, bringing Ryan Thomas back to serve, with Northeast Force holding on to a 2-point lead. Serve handled by Vautrin. Unfortunately, the outside swinging into a double block. Not able to get the kill. Bounce down 3, 18-15. We're going to replay, ladies and gentlemen. Ball on the court. It's been happening. We have a wonderful AAU boys tournament going on here in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, and we couldn't be more thankful to AAU for hosting the VLA. Tape tickler, Ryan Thomas, the ace serve. Big celebration from Northeast Force as they go up 4 points. Serve handled by De La Cruz, set to the middle. Taking the high ball from Greg Woods. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Boston Bounce now down 5 points. Calls their second and final timeout here in set 1 in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Ryan Thomas back to serve. Dug by bounce. De La Cruz. Matos trying to hit an overpass. Hits it 100 feet out of bounds, stopping court play on, looks like court 8 over there. Unfortunate circumstance. Bounce getting an opportunity to cut this lead. Back to serve. Number 12, Colin Ritter, serving sub. Matos, wonderful push set to the middle. Number 17, Kill, too hot to handle for Colin Ritter. Serving sub undone. Matos back to serve. Northeast Force up 21, serving 16. Emilio swinging right-handed. Some may say a little too cocky, but gets the kill nonetheless. Force with the 6-point lead, 22-16. Matos back to serve. Float serve handled by Vautrin, set to the outside, recycled, could not handle the set. Number 6, the setter Connor Adams, couldn't cover his hitter. We have a 23 penultimate point, Northeast Force. Matos. Float serve out of bounds. 17-23 bounce. Connor Adams back to serve. Serve handled by Minyard on a perfect pass. Matos set a little bit inside. Minyard waffles that ball towards the Boston bounce. I don't think he was ever aiming for the court. I think that he was trying to send a message to that Boston bounce team that he is not afraid. Pass handled back to Minyard. Roll shot right into the middle. Nice campfire by Boston bounce. We have game point. Garrett Minyard back to serve. Float serve handled by Vautrin. Greg Woods tools Emilio off the block, out of bounds, keeping Boston bounce alive. Down 19-24. Thomas back to serve. Serve handled by Roth. Matos setting the middle. Cyrus with the kill. Giving Force set 1, 25-20. Switching sides, ladies and gentlemen. Hoping for a nice 5-setter here. Third match. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. right in the corner, not sneaking it past line judge Nate Reynolds. He was on top of that. Springfield graduate. The focus is unreal on the line stretches right now. Trevor Cavanis over there on the far line judges. Cyrus back to serve, number 17 for Northeast Force. Greg Woods into the block, dug by Blake. Cyrus forgot he was a middle, couldn't send that ball over the net. We got a point for Boston Bounce, 5-4. Greg Woods back to serve, looking like he's going to float. Well out of bounds. Maybe he'll have a second thought next time he goes back to serve. Force evens the game here, 5-5. Emilio, our Italian stallion, looking to rip a jump serve, number 18 for Northeast Force. Directly into the net. I think we're looking to see who wants it more. Maybe we can get a nice serve out of Jeff Vautrin for Boston Bounce. 6-5. Matos with the moonball overset directly at Connor Adams, the setter, who forgot to look and find the ball. And unfortunate for him, ball lands on his side of the court, 6-6. Force back to serve. Handled easily by De La Cruz. Right side D-ball to Greg Woods, who gets the kill. Got a new line judge, ladies and gentlemen. AJ Wachowski over there. Active hips, it looks like. Emilio roll-shotting it directly into the hands of the Boston block. Unwisely for them, just slapping the ball out of bounds, not trying to redirect the ball into the court. Ryan Thomas back to serve. Lefty topspin. Handled easily by De La Cruz. Outside set to Walter. Tools the block. Boston Bounce taking a 1-point lead, 8-7, with Connor Adams back to serve. Making sure to wipe his feet before he serves. Going to get all of the traction. Float serve, almost an ace off of Minyard. Free ball sent over, handled by De La Cruz. Big set to Jeff Vautrin. He flexed so hard on that play. Didn't even think to stop chewing his gum. Service back to Boston Bounce. 9-7. An unfortunate error. Cyrus over on Northeast Force trying to handle the overpass. Puts his knee into the net. Looks like it hurt, but unfortunate error. Connor Adams back to serve. Emilio tools the block. We have a 8-10 Northeast Force back to serve. Hard to see from my angle. It looks like we're stacking. Matos is back to serve. Here we go. Float serve handled tough by De La Cruz. Dug by Blake. We had a fist of fury by Matos getting it over. Greg Woods tools Emilio, bringing the score 11-8. Number 11 back to serve for Boston Bounce. Top spins out of bounds. Think he worked out a little too hard this morning. Bringing Force down 2. Garrett Minyard back to serve. Chatting with the line judge. Hopefully looking for some tips before he serves. Float serve to zone 1 handled. Setting the middle. Couldn't handle the kill out of the middle. Blake Hogan with the kill on the outside. 10 serving 12. Cyrus back to serve. Float serve. Setting into the middle. There's a huge block by Ryan Thomas in the middle. I think he flexed both of his biceps in order to block that ball. With biceps like that, it's almost impossible not to block the ball. Cyrus serves again. Float serve, ace. We have a tie ball game. Boston, slightly rattled, calls the timeout, knotted at 12. Back in a moment. We're in set 2, Boston Bounce versus Northeast Force here in Game On, Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Beautiful facility. We are thankful to be hosted by AAU, the Northeast Division here in wonderful Massachusetts. We can't thank our sponsors enough. Novice, our clothing sponsor, looking awesome in all, making sure we look awesome in all of our uniforms here. Franklin, the volleyball sponsor, and also JVA, AAU, both of our sponsors here for the VLA. We have 12-12. Cyrus back to serve, float serve. Handled by number 11. Greg Woods set on the right side. Tools the block down. Point Boston Bounce. And we have a circumstance here where Greg Woods tossed the ball, then caught it, and now we are in a standoff as to what is happening here. It's pure chaos. No one knows. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unprecedented in the VLA. We have never seen the old toss and catch, even though the ref blew the whistle. We have some confusion. Greg Woods refusing to give up this ball. Who knows what is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? Hang on to your hats. Oh, it looks like everyone has taken pity on Greg Woods. It was just a pure mishap. He's back to serve now. He does not catch the ball. He serves it over the net. Matos with the back one to Ryan Thomas. Kill. We got a 13-13. Northeast Force back to serve. Emilio, the Italian Stallion. Serve dribbled into the net. Boston takes a 1-point lead. Jeff Vautrin back to serve. Serve handled by Roth. Set by Matos to the outside. Blake rips it off the outside of that block. Got some weak hands on that block. Force tied it up at 14. Set the middle tip. Emilio trying to play starfish defense. Unfortunately did not work out for him. Bounce back to serve, number 23. Out of system set by Blake to Minyard. Unfortunate connection. Couldn't bring the ball into the court. Just a bit outside. We have 16 serving, 14 Boston. Bounce back to serve. Roth handles the float serve. Matos just sets the ball to the moon and over the net. Unfortunately, Minyard and Thomas just collide in midair and go directly into the net, causing Bounce to get the point, and now we have a timeout by Northeast Force, down 3. Let's turn to our color commentator, Matt Clayton. What does Force need to do to come out of this rut right here?
I think server save's key on it. They have a pretty good pass right here. They're just going to terminate. They've been swinging pretty well, except for those high balls that tend to go over the net. Can't do those fake plays, but I think a nice pass hit would be locked down.
All right, you heard it there, folks. Looks like Force needs a good pass in order to run an offense.
I would set 2-3.
And then I think that we're looking to try and find Ryan Thomas, who's been a little quiet this second set. Hopefully he can spark Northeast Force to come back here in set number 2. Tough set by Matos, trying to find Ryan Thomas, unfortunately directly into the block. Boston Bounce up 18-14. Float serve to Garrett Minyard, handled back to Thomas, directly into the outside. High ball, tools Ryan Thomas. Very unfortunate circumstance. Maybe a little bit of luck for Boston Bounce, but it is 19-14. Set again to Ryan Thomas. Dug by Greg Woods. Connor Adams set it from his hips. Jeff Vautrin said, I will take that. kill out of the Bic. Boston Bounce, everything going their way. We have 20 serving 14. Looks like Northeast Forest did not take all of the cues from Matt Clayton over here, but handled well. We have a net violation by Connor Adams. Thankfully for Northeast Forest, getting out of this rotation. 15-20 with Ryan Thomas back to serve. Hopefully this lefty topspin can really take hold. That is a tough serve into the nets. We have 21-15 Boston Bounce. Connor Adams back to serve. A little timeout for the floor. Connor Adams float serve. Garrett Minyard handles. Matos set to the right side. Emilio dug by De La Cruz. Couldn't shovel it over. Number 11. Tough ball. All the effort by Connor Adams to dig that ball. Matos back to serve. Down 5. Soft block out of the middle. Greg Woods said, "Don't bother setting me. I will hit on 2." Buries it in the bottom of the tape. Connor Adams said, "You should have let me take in that ball." But here we are, 17-14 Matos back to 17-21 Matos back to serve. We have an ace by Matos. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen. We are within 3 points. Matos trying to rip another float serve to bring his team even closer. Float serve. Greg Woods absolutely put in a phone booth and then doubled the ball. Unfortunately, Emilio with the huge block on the right side, but we have ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 19-21. Force making a comeback. Now, out of this timeout, ladies and gentlemen, if you run a small business and you would like to have some ad space, we are here for you. Please contact the VLA, and we will gladly read some ads to get you some sponsorship to help out your small business. That's what we're here for. We have 19 serving 21. Matos, float serve, handled by De La Cruz. Overpass, Cyrus with the put down. 2021. Another overpass. Garrett Minyard hits it so hard he can't even land on his feet. 21-21. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a barn burner here. Tie ball game. Matos just a bit outside. 22-20 Boston Bounce. Serve handled by Roth. Matos chucking it to the outside. Greg Woods getting payback on Emilio with the big block. 23-21 Boston Bounce. Trying to finish this game off. Possible timeout. No timeout being called. Just a question by Emilio. Topspin serve handled by Roth. Matos to the right side to Garrett Minyard. Block. Hand in the cookie jar of Cyrus in the net. We have game point. Boston Bounce. 24 serving 21. Number 11, Walter Thomas back to serve. Topspin handled by Roth. Matos to the middle. Cyrus. Tip kill through the block. Force hanging on, still alive. 22-24. Float serve handled by Matos. Doug. De La Cruz overpass pass. Greg Woods. Roll shot kill. Game Boston Bounce. We are 1-1 in sets. Set number 2 goes to Boston Bounce. Tied up. We are not seeing a sweep, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your hats. We got more volleyball coming your way from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Game on VLA East Division Tier 1 action. Don't go anywhere, folks. Doesn't get any better than this. Float serve, or overpass, free ball, too hot to handle for Garrett Minyard. Tough look, looking over here to the commentators table. Forest down 2-1. This serve, Forest knots it up at 2-2. Cyrus back to serve, number 17 for Northeast Forest. Connor Adams set on the right side to Greg Woods. Kill, the pride of Springfield. D3 All-American Greg Woods with the kill on the right side. Boston bounce up 3-2 in set 3. Float serve handled by Blake. Setting back one middle, Doug Vautrin, off-speed thunder into the seam. Roth and Minyard collide. Float serve handled by Blake, setting on the right side. Emilio tools Vautrin. Northeast Force 3-4. Number 18 Emilio looking to go on a service run. Topspin handled easily, setting the right side. Greg Woods. Show me those hands. I will tool them every single day. 5-3, Boston bounce. Greg Woods back to serve. Out of system set to Blake. Waffles that ball out of bounds. Bounce up 6-3. Minyard handles that float serve. Back one. Ryan Thomas. OT over the top of that block. He said, ladies and gentlemen, you must jump higher to block me. Force down 2 with Blake back to serve. Minyard tooling it high off the block. Getting some excitement from his bench. Force down 5-6. Blake back to serve. Greg Woods high over the block, just a bit out of bounds. 6-6. Float serve handled by Vautrin. Out of system set. Back row back to Woods. Dug by Blake. Set by Roth. Free ball by Minyard. Over outside fastball to Jeff Vautrin. Unfortunately, could not connect with his setter. Pulling that ball onto the tape, giving Force a 7-6 lead. Another block by Northeast Force. The double block by Minyard and Thomas, extending this lead 8-6. We have a touch on the block by Matos, and now the score is 7, serving 8, Boston Bounce. Roll shot handled by Blake. Thomas swings straight down to Greg Woods, who digs it, overpass right to Garrett Minyard, who crushes that ball down into the floor. He is a father, ladies and gentlemen. That is some dad strength. Kill by Minyard. We have 9 serving 7 Northeast Force. One arm dig by Emilio, causing a free ball sent over by Roth. Vautrin out of the back row, too hot to handle. We have 9-9. Quick save by Matos. Overpass. Vautrin out of the back row, handled by Roth. Matos set to the outside. Minyard chops it off the block. Dug by the middle. Vautrin hand setting way out of system to Greg Woods, who sends it over. Minyard with another swing out of system, handled by Vautrin. Set by Adams. Recycled and dug by Adams. Vautrin trying to do everything. Cyrus with the set. Outside Walter Thomas. Doug recycles. We got a ball on the court, ladies and gentlemen. That was all for naught. You got to be kidding me. These guys are tired. Way, way too much energy expended for no points awarded to either side. We got a replay here on court number 5. 9-9. We have a swing into the tape by Emilio. 10-9 Boston Bounce. Middle number 23 for Bounce back to serve. Matos tries to take matters into his own hands, unfortunately swinging into the tape, not getting the kill. 11-9 Bounce. Minyard tries to recycle a ball. Unfortunately, not picked up by his teammates. We have 12-9 Boston Bounce with a timeout. Northeast Force gives us an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to thank our sponsors. Novice Clothing Company, based out of Albany, New York. Every single t-shirt, uniform, jersey, shorts, even socks that you see worn by all of our VLA athletes, all due to thanks to Novice. They have great material, making us look great, feel great, play great. Couldn't ask for a better clothing company and partner of the VLA. Also want to thank our ball sponsor, Franklin. This is new ball of the VLA this year, implementing our red, white, and blue volleyball that you see being used here. Made perfectly for our VLA athletes. 12-9, Boston Bounce serving. Minyard going OT with the paintbrush kill. 10-12, Northeast Force back to serve. Matos hangs it inside for the Italian Stallion. Lefty kill. 11 serving 12. Northeast Force not going away lightly. Emilio wags the finger. He had some barks coming from the bench. Here we go. Tie ball game. 12-12. Matos back to serve. It does not look like Boston wants it as much. No one going to try and pass Matos' float serve. Just too much for them to handle. Force takes a 13-12 lead. Boston says that is what we were expecting from Matos on the last serve. Out of bounds. 13-13. Connor Adams back to serve. On two, out of bounds, swing by the outside. Great call by Matt Clayton on the line. Thankfully, he's wearing his contacts today, folks. Minyard with the serve. Down the line, nobody home. Haya is right. We have 15 serving 13 Northeast Force. Middle dug by Roth. Matos trying to dig that ball to set it to his outside. Just a little too much. We have 14-15 with Walter Thompson back to serve. Nice out-of-system set by Greg Woods. Dug by Ryan Thomas with his head. Matos reaching in front of Garrett Minyard, looking directly at the commentator's table, realizing what his teammate did, but all smiles. Happy to still have a lead. We have 16-15, but Boston bounce back to serve. Down 1. Emilio with the serve, getting the overpass, feeding his middle. Ryan Thomas, who gets the kill over the top of that block. 18-15, Northeast Force. Just a bit long. 16-18, bounce back to serve. Waffle by Emilio, bailed out by the net violation on the middle for Boston bounce. 19-16, Blake back to serve. Vautrin hammers that ball, dug by Roth, making it an overpass. Too much for Ryan Thomas to handle. We got a point for Boston bounce. Down 2 with Vautrin back to serve. Matos missed connections. Ryan Thomas still left looking on Craigslist for that set. Emilio out of system set to Minyard. Directly into the massive block of Boston bounce. Unfortunate circumstance there. He's handed on his hips. He's curious as to where that block came from. We have 19-19, ladies and gentlemen. Matos to Ryan Thomas connection, getting us out of this rotation. Side out Northeast Force, 20 serving 19. Ryan Thomas back to serve. Spatula serve by Ryan Thomas, tying the game at 20. Boston with the service sub. Colin Ritter back to serve. Unfortunate circumstance for Boston. Service sub does not pay off for him. Missing his serve. Now has to walk back to the bench in absolute shame. We have 21-20. Matos back to serve. Float serve handled by Vautrin. Vautrin out of the back middle. We have an out-of-system play scrambling. Walter Thompson with the overswing. Minyard high off the block, dug by Vautrin. Set to Connor Thompson. We got a net violation. Emilio raising his hand, acknowledging his wrongdoing. 21-21, tie ball game. Out of system set by Minyard. Emilio handled by De La Cruz. Back to the middle. Tags the ball just a bit outside. Great call on the lines judge, Matt Clayton. We got a tie ball game, 22-22. Real barn burner here, folks. Garrett Minyard back to serve. Middle connection, number 24 with the kill through the block. Bounce taking a 1-point lead. Walter Thompson back to serve. Middle set dug by De La Cruz. Out of system ball to Vautrin. Handled. Overset. Emilio backwards windmill. Dug. Out of system set. Another swing for Emilio. Dug again by Woods. Knuckle. Pokey. Over. Set it back to Emilio. High roll shot off the block. Dug. Middle set. Dug again. Ladies and gentlemen, we have bonus ball. Dug again. What a dig by Roth. Overset. Outside to Vautrin. Tools the block. Emilio hanging on to the net. What an exciting play, folks. Looking to the crowd, A.J. Wachowski, John Lutz, so excited over here. Game on Pittsburgh. Let's go. Timeout. Northeast Force down 2 with Boston having game point. Great out-of-system setting by Connor Adams, getting that ball all the way through the zone to Jeff Vautrin. Let's see if we can get Northeast Force to bring a comeback here after that long rally. Try and revive this set. Down 22-24, burning their second timeout. We have Boston bounce back to serve. Walter Thompson back to serve. Handled by Minyard. Set Matos to Emilio. Did not close that block. We have 23 serving 24. We're getting a service sub. Number 1, defensive specialist. Float serve. Handled by Vautrin. Tools the block. High. Out of bounds. Set goes to Boston. Bounce. 25-23. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to set number 4. Boston leading 2-1. Hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. More volleyball to come. Set number 4, possibly going 5. Welcome back to Fitchburg, Massachusetts, here at Game On. Here on court number 5 in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Third and final match of the day. Boston Bounce versus Northeast Forest. Boston up 2-1. We are going into set 4. Connor Adams with the serve. Handled by Minyard. Out of system set. Back to Minyard. Roll shot. Could not be handled by Greg Woods. Killed to Garrett Minyard. 1-0 Northeast Forest. Walter Thompson back to serve. Tape Tickler handled by Minyard, set by Roth. Blake choosing not to hit it over the net. 2-1 Boston Bounce. Greg Woods swinging into the massive double block of Emilio and Cyrus. Could not get it past. 2-2. Garrett Minyard back to serve for Northeast Force. In case you were curious, folks, there are no doubles in the VLA. Garrett Minyard manhandling that ball, getting it out to his outside to get that kill. We have 3 serving 2 Northeast Force. Vautrin with the inside set, skying, ripping it off the block for a kill. 3-3. Number 24, Martin Bonventry back to serve. We got a kill from Emilio on the right side. The Italian Stallion says, I still got more in the tank. 4-3 Northeast Force. Greg Woods, the pride of Springfield. Hammer time on the right side for the kill. We had a mishap before from Greg Woods serving. Hope that he doesn't catch this one. Serves in the court. Served by Matos. Emilio into the block. Vautrin out of system set. Overpass. Dug by Emilio. Set by Matos. Back to Emilio. Blocked by Vautrin. Dug and set over free ball. Outside set to Vautrin. Kill. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems to me that we have a one-sided fan group here. Everyone rooting for Boston on this side of the court. Nice effort by De La Cruz, almost getting the dig. Kill on the outside by Blake for Northeast Forest 5-5. Free ball leads to a Ryan Thomas kill out of the middle. Northeast Forest taking a 1-point lead. Jeff Vautrin ripping it down the line, just unloading out of bounds. All or nothing swing leads to a point for Northeast Force. 7-5. Emilio back to serve. Serve long. Bounce with the side out. Jeff Vautrin back to serve. Topspin coming. Miss serve followed by miss serve gives us 8 serving 6 Northeast Force. Blake back to serve, number 9 for Northeast Force. Peekaboo's swing on the outside. What a kill. We have 7 serving 8. Boston Bounce back to serve. Overpass kill, Ryan Thomas. Look out below. 9 serving 7. Northeast Force. Emilio looking to tip. Unfortunately, drags that ball right down into the bottom of the tape, leading to a point for Boston Bounce. We have 9-9, folks. Emilio, dug by De La Cruz. Out of system set to Vautrin in the back row, dug by Blake. Matos set to Emilio, dug by Vautrin. Connor Adams outside set to Walter Thompson. Chops it down directly over Emilio in the back row for the kill. We have 10-9. Boston Bounce. Connor Adams back to serve. We have a net call. Greg Woods got his hand caught in the cookie jar, leading to a point for Northeast Force. 10 serving 10. Greg Woods tipping directly off the right hand of Emilio, leading to the kill for Boston Bounce. Walter Thompson back to serve. Emilio dug by De La Cruz, leading to a Greg Woods roll shot overpass. Dug by Connor Adams, overset by Vautrin, tricked him, looks to his teammates, and just gives a thumbs up and a smile. We have 12-10 Boston Bounce here in set 4. We got a questionable call here. They're all looking at our line judge, Jonathan Lutz, calling that middle swing inbounds. Let's see what the ball has to say about that. Point to Northeast Forest. Float serve by Garrett Minyard. Into the tape. Jeff Vautrin staring down the line judge. Hearing boos from the fans. John Lutz getting booed for doing his duty as a line judge. We have 13-11 Boston Bounce. Got another missed serve. Not even close. We had 10 feet out of bounds. 12-13. Got a kill by Jeff Vautrin on the outside. 14-12. Boston Bounce. Greg Woods scaring his entire team by trapping that ball. Serve, float serve, Doug. A lot of muscles at the net, and unfortunately, Ryan Thomas's muscles were too big and dragged them himself right into the net. Connor Adams winning that joust. Float serve by Greg Woods. We have 15-12. Kill, swing. Saying a lot of words. We're going to get there. Block by Jeff Vautrin and number 23, Michael Jordan, stuffing Emilio directly into the face of Matos, leading to a 4-point lead. Boston Bounce up 16-14. Let's go to our color commentator, AJ Wachowski. What are we thinking here?
Well, when it comes down to these tight sets, it's all about execution. I think everybody in this league wants to win, so our effort, our energy, our enthusiasm are at an all-time high. But again, it's just about that execution factor. And I think the Boston Bounce is just doing a better job here in this fourth set.
Dynamite drop in, AJ. Thanks for helping. We're here for more volleyball. Let's thank some of our more sponsors. We are also sponsored by AAU Northeast Division here in Central Massachusetts. Also JVA Stat Together Float Serve by Greg Woods, handled by Roth. Set to the outside of Blake. Deep into the corner. What a kill. Force needed that side out. 13-16. Boston Bounce up 3. Emilio back to serve. We got an ace serve by Emilio. 14 serving 16. We have another ace serve handled by Walter Thompson, but it's out of bounds. The ceiling here, folks, is out of bounds. Euro rules. We have 15 serving 16 Northeast Force. (17-15) Jeff Vautrin back to serve. Vautrin roll shot out of the back row. Too much for Minyard to handle. We have 18 serving 15. Jeff Vautrin looking around for a ball, chomping on his gum. Excited to be here, folks. Set number 4. Great volleyball. Volleyball League of America. Great tool on the outside by Blake, leading to side out for Northeast Force. We have 16 serving 18. Blake back to serve. Float serve handled by De La Cruz. Set to the outside. Walter Thompson dug off Emilio's chest. Set back to the outside. Minyard just long looking for some help without any to be given. Colin Ritter subbing in for Michael Jordan, number 23. Back to serve. Can he make his serve? Ladies and gentlemen, floating. Inbounds, passed by Blake. Set to the outside of Minyard. Dug off the block by Walter Thompson. Set to Vautrin. Tools it out of bounds. We have another point to Boston. Bounce. Colin Ritter thanking his lucky stars that he made his serve and didn't have to waltz back to the bench in shame. We have a timeout for Northeast Force, down 16-20. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take this opportunity to thank some more of our sponsors. Todd J Photography, also one of our sponsors, unfortunately could not make it out to the East Coast this weekend. We also have Charles Honey Oast, one of our great sponsors, the Honey Bee you see on the jerseys. He is one of our wonderful sponsors here for the VLA, Volleyball League of America. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking to be a sponsor for the Volleyball League of America, all you have to do, reach out to any of your teams. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Christopher Hosley has joined the volleyball action. Volleyball legend, float serve by Colin Ritter, handled by Blake. Kill by Garrett Minyard. 17-20. We got the little pop run out of the middle. Michael Johnson with the kill, number 24. 21-17. Connor Adams back to serve. Emilio high off the block. Dug by De La Cruz. Back to Michael Johnson with the kill out of the middle. 22. Cyrus with the swing out of the middle. Doug Walter Thompson. Kill off the block. We have 23-17. Boston bounce. Connor Adams back to serve. Can Boston close out this game? Float serve dug by Minyard. Set to the right side. Overset by Emilio. De La Cruz didn't even bother to look out of bounds. We have match point. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone on your feet. We have match points. Connor Adams back to serve. Get the slow clap going here. Oh, and what a way to end the match. Greg Woods with the block. We have a final here, folks. 25-17. That is our match. Boston Bounce beating Northeast Force in 4 sets. Winning their first match of the day, finishing 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We thank all of our sponsors, JVA, AAU, Franklin, Todd J Photography, Stat Together Sports, Casa, as well as our wonderful fans. We can't thank you enough here in Game On Fitchburg. We will be back tomorrow for more volleyball. Please tune in tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. where LVC will take on Boston Bounce. Have a good night. We're signing off.